How's everybody doing today? So this is actually going to be my first video, and today we're going to be talking about how you can make $100 to $500 a day using Google Maps. Now, I've never actually tried this strategy myself, so this is how it's going to work. I'm going to explain to you step by step how you can actually do this, and then for the next day or two, I'm going to spend all of my day, doing the steps over and over and over again and seeing if this actually works, because if it does, then you guys can go ahead and do it for yourselves. If not, I probably don't recommend doing it, but I've seen this a few times. It's kind of viral on TikTok, and I'm gonna see if it works. So yeah, that's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you everything first, and then I'm gonna start doing it, and we'll come back and I'll see if we made it. Let's go on head over to my laptop, and I'm gonna show you step by step exactly how this problem. Alright everybody, so the first thing that you're actually gonna wanna do is download Google Chrome. If you don't have Google Chrome, all you gotta do is search up Google Chrome and download it to your browser. If you don't have Google Chrome, I don't know what you're doing. It's 2020, you gotta get Google Chrome. And so that's gonna be your first step. So step 2 is you're gonna go over to Google and you're just gonna look up Google Maps. Go ahead and click on Google Maps. And what you're gonna do here is you're gonna type in a service-based business, and then you're gonna type a city or a state. And this is the good part about it, is you don't really have to be in Arizona if you want to, message people or call people in Arizona. You don't have to be in California if you want to work with businesses in California. You can be anywhere. So that's a good thing. So for an example, I just used plumbing. And as you can see, when you search up plumbing, these are all going to pop up on the left-hand side. Now you're going to want to stay away from the people at the top. Those are the people dominating. Those are the people who don't really need you. Because ultimately what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be calling up these businesses that are ranked super low, or emailing them, and we're just going to say, hey, this is the importance of being ranked high on the Google page, and we specialize in this and we want to help you out for a small commission. So what you're going to do is you're really going to want to ignore all the people at the top, but come down to the bottom, and you're going to want to click this a few times and get to the a later page, because the majority of the people on the first 1 to 4 pages are all 5 stars. They're all really good businesses. So I scrolled for a while and I found this one. As you can see, let's check really quickly. So I clicked a few times, about 101, and I'll show you some more in a second. But Scorpion Plumbing. So we know that this is a good person to target, because if we look down here, it says claim this business, so nobody has even claimed this business on Google yet. And it's very important to actually claim the business, because if not, it can actually be taken off Google. So that's another way that you can explain the importance of being on Google. Doesn't have a label, it has no hours, it has no website, and it only has one picture, and it looks like a picture of a house, so I don't even know exactly what this is. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just take a screenshot of this. The main thing I'm taking a screenshot of is the phone number, because there is no email, there is no website. If there was a website, what we could do is contact them and send them an email, but because there's not, we're just going to take a picture of the phone number. So let's see, this one looks like it has no reviews, but it does have a phone number. So here's another one. Pro Plumbing Services LLC. Looks like it doesn't have a picture. Nobody's claimed the business. It has no label. It has no hours, no website. So we can go ahead and take a picture of this as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a script that I've seen people use, to where you can call and email them the script. And I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do it. I might call somebody, live, and just see how it kind of works out. But yeah, there's another one. Let's see if we can find one more. As you can see, oops, just clicked on that one. These are everywhere. All you gotta do is scroll a few pages down, and there's gonna be a ton of them. So you shouldn't have a hard time searching. Okay, so here's one where we can, they actually have their website attached. So plumbing repair in Phoenix, Arizona. It looks like it has their address, their website, their phone number, but yet nobody has still claimed this business. So you're gonna wanna, this is gonna be a good one because they actually care enough to put their website, so they might be interested in paying you a small commission for, you know, setting this up. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna check their website. So it's actually been a few hours and I'm not very good at this whole video making thing yet, so I got kind of cut off at the end there, but where we left off was we were actually going to submit that contact form with our script. So as you can see here, this is the script that we're actually going to be using. So when you get you know, phone numbers or emails, you can either cold call these people or you can just send an email through their website. If you go on their website, 9 out of 10 times their email is going to be on there or a contact form. So we don't know what the success rate on this is yet. I don't know if you send 10 emails and you get, you know, one buyer or one client, whatever you want to call it. But I'll leave this linked in the description, so that way you can easily copy and paste this. You're obviously just going to want to change where it says my email and my name. Alright, so you've gotten your scripts. You've cold called, you've cold texted, you've gone through, you've sent as many emails as you can, you've sent as many, you know, you've called as many people as you can, and you finally acquired your first client. What is the next step that you're gonna do? You don't know how to do any of this micro business stuff. This is where the job actually gets kind of fun because you don't actually have to do anything. All you're gonna do is go to FIVERR. As you can see, I'll pull it up right here. And you're just gonna search up claim Google My Business, and a freelancer will do the job completely for you. So really quickly, let's say you get you acquire a client for around, you know, 100 to 150 bucks, or maybe even cheaper, maybe 50 bucks. All you gotta do is come over here. As you can see, once again, search claim Google My Business, and there are tons and tons of freelancers who are actually experts that are willing to do this for cheap. You can find somebody anywhere from $5 anywhere up to you know, 35. But there's another upsell that you can actually add when cold calling or after you actually close the client. So not only say, hey, you know, I'll get this all settled for you, but I'll actually do some SEO optimization for your local area. And I'm going to show you a freelancer that does something similar to this so that you get a little example of what it actually is. So as you can see, the first one here, it is more expensive, but obviously you would either charge more or you would just go out of your way to pay more for a freelancer to do this. So that way you can kind of grow that relationship with them, and you know, eventually down the line it's going to pay off. But let's just check it out. So I will create and optimize your Google My Business listing. Also, if they have questions that you're not really sure about, you can come straight here and ask these people, or ask these freelancers, and they will answer the questions happily for you. But as you can see, if we look over here, it's 35 bucks. I will set up your Google My Business account with local SEO optimization. So not only are you gonna tell your client that you're gonna, you know, set up their what is it called? Your Google My Business, but you can also say, hey, this is the importance of SEO. SEO is search engine optimization, and it ranks you highest on Google. So when people search up anything that has to do with your business, say it's a restaurant, say it's, you know, plumbing like we used in our past example, you're gonna show up higher at the top, which is gonna get you more clients at the end of the day. If you're able to relay this over to somebody who's already willing to pay you to set up this initial one, I can almost guarantee that they're gonna say yes. As you can see, it's only 35 bucks. So if you're charging 100 bucks just to do the claim My Business, I would charge, maybe try to add an extra $100, or maybe, you know, something less, maybe 50. But you're still making a pretty good profit if you're only paying this guy 30 bucks. And there's also, you know, tons and tons of other freelancers out there that are willing to do it for cheaper. As you can see, this lady here for 5 bucks, another one for 5 bucks. But you're just gonna kind of want to go out there and do a little bit of research and try to provide the best service possible, so that way you know, word of mouth gets out and you can acquire more clients without actually having to do much. So yeah, after you get your gig, you're gonna come straight to FIVERR and you're gonna purchase this, and you're gonna pay them and give them all the necessary information. So let's say, you know, your client has a question, you come over here and you ask the freelancer the question. The freelancer has a question, about the client's business. You go ahead and relay that information back and forth. You want to do it as quickly as possible. Also, another thing to consider when searching for Fiverr gigs is you're going to want to find somebody in the US or with a similar time zone, especially when working with these businesses, so that way your client isn't asking questions at noon, but this guy's from, I don't know, Pakistan, and it's the complete opposite time zone. So you want to keep that into consideration as well. All right, everybody, so I'm actually going to take the next 1 to 2 days and really put the work in. I'm going to start cold calling. I'm going to start cold emailing. I'm going to try to shoot for around 25 at least, maybe a little bit less than that. And I'm just going to track everything, and then I'm going to come back and make a video as soon as I get those results and let you know exactly how everything went. So I'm sorry if this video was kind of all over the place. This is actually my first video, and it is definitely not the best, but you always have to start somewhere. You always have to, the first video is always going to be the worst. Your first podcast is always going to be your worst. And, you know what they say about things like that. So I just want to get it out of the way. And hopefully, my videos in the future are a lot better quality. But for the future, I do want to start a, kind of a thing where I'm doing, does this money-making strategy actually work, so that you don't have to do it, and, I can do it all for you. So I appreciate you watching. If you want more videos like this, you definitely got to subscribe, and, I'll see y'all later.